Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee with Dana Master and the gorgeous Aina Riza Quayo. On this, I would say warm-ish. It's not as cold.
It is
Wednesday
cold
morning.
today. Today is actually cold.
It's not because you're not shivering.
No, I don't usually shiver. I'm just, but today is cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's going to get colder because of El Nino.
Oh,
Apparently Southern Africa is going to experience really cold temperatures.
okay.
This is according to SABC News. This is what I saw on SABC
And
News.
this is over the weekend?
It's, I think, from today onwards.
From today on.
I'm not sure when it will last, but yeah.
I'm gonna take out all my blankets.
Blankets, hot water bottles,
So everything.
everything.
I'm even gonna buy new hot chocolate now.
Chores.
And tea bags upon tea bags.
Yeah, but hot chocolate would slap, eh? It really would slap. So yeah, please do keep that in mind
Keep
and
warm.
be staying warm. Don't be going out unnecessarily.
Especially to groove. I admire people who go to groove in winter.
Me too.
Like,
Same.
bruh,
Same.
are you serious?
Same.
It's cold. It's freezing cold. It's 0 degrees or negative something.
But you're bastrada.
But you are in this short skirt,
Because
and like
sexy
this
beats weather, Chomi.
thigh-high boots. You look cute, but show me, are you not cold?
Sexy beats the weather.
Nah.
Trust me, sexy beats weather because
Nah,
you are
fam.
bringing the heat, so you're warm.
I
You
guess,
understand?
I
You're
guess
bringing
so.
the heat. It's
It
like, no,
could
my outfit
never
gave.
be me. It could never ever. That I can say for sure. I know we
Will
say
never.
don't say it.
Never
can't-
say never.
Can't be you because
Uh.
it could be you anytime. But that to put myself in that situation to go pastrata in winter
No.
on the coldest night. Even if I'm wearing like stockings and thigh-high boots and a nice skirt and a big, warm, cozy jacket, just the fact that that cold air is coming to hit my
That's
face.
the thing.
Even if I walk out of the car, like it's a no.
That's the thing.
But you know, actually, Bastrata is hot. Because
No,
you are in
'cause
this
you're
room.
dancing and you're-
Let's say you're in the club, you're in this room with all these people. So there's a lot of warmth there.
No,
And
that
the
I
dancing
understand.
does create the warmth.
But there's also like those other places where you will be
Well, if it's
outside.
open.
Where it's open.
Open, I
that could
can't do.
never be me.
Like
I don't like feeling like I love winter, but I don't like feeling cold. Because like imagine you step outside. When we go to the shop, the minute we step outside, it's like you're like, yo,
Yeah.
like you feel that cold.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine having a good time because I'm pretty sure I'll just be there like, yo, it's cold. I want to go home because I'm a person that likes staying home anyway.
I cannot imagine my favorite artist having a concert in winter and I'm supposed to go. Like, I would go to a Nicki Minaj concert, but if it's in winter, I'll
No.
probably not go. So I just pray, Nikki, if you're coming to Namibia, you better not come during winter, my girl. Come spring, summer, and all the other seasons, except for winter.
But it's like even with awards, imagine having an award season in winter.
In winter. Imagine having your wedding in winter.
In winter. Why would you do that?
Now you
Like,
can't wear, this mesh
No.
and let the cleavage show because the chicken skin will start showing and you'll be
The
there.
goosebumps.
Ah,
Yeah. Because I've seen some celebrities, they're there on the red carpet 5 minutes, and then immediately you see them with like little scarves, these fur scarves. I'm like, we all know you're cold, sweetie. It's okay. Just bring a coat. It's fine.
Events in winter, you better make me hot. You better make me warm. Like, if it's in winter, it must be indoors. There must be heater. Yeah, in there. And yeah, man, but outside, no.
Nah, it's a no from us.
I think
Please.
it's also a bit selfish.
It's very selfish.
You know it's cold. But
I saw
why
a
is
meme.
your event in winter outside?
I saw a meme that said, one thing I'll never do is admit to my mother that I'm cold after she told me to bring a
With a
jacket.
jacket.
No, never. You'll
And you know,
freeze.
sometimes when you're not dressed warm enough and someone says, Esa Chami, are you not cold? You're cold.
You're
but you're
cold.
like,
No.
no, Chami, I'm fine."
Please don't don't compromise yourself for the weather. We don't want you here coughing up things. So just stay warm. If you can stay indoors, please do that. Just stay warm. It's a perfect time to be cuddled up with your boo. If you don't have a boo, you can cuddle up with your hot water bottle. We don't judge here. Okay, just stay warm. And then, yeah, I think that's that on that.
That is that on that. We will be right back shortly. Do stay with us.
Attention kids, we have some exciting news for you. We are back, and this year we are planning on going big. So listen up. If you are in grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 or pre-primary, we are bringing your free school workbooks to you soon. This is all you need to know about where you can find your books. Books will be available for free in Republican Street Sale newspapers and all Namibian Sun newspapers. And for all pre-primary kids out there, your books will be delivered to your school in all 14 regions of Namibia. And there's more. Pre-primary books will also be printed in 9 different languages. Check out when your book will be available from the schedule right here. That's not all. Our free online school is there to help you along the way with video lessons and more books to download. You can also follow along on NTV every Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 for your daily online school lesson. We thank all our sponsors who are helping to build a brighter future for Namibia. Contact us at info@acdtrust.com and follow us on Instagram.
Starting off our top stories, MIT expert warns AI freaks against falling in love with hot chatbots. It doesn't care about you. As artificial intelligence continues causing a commotion in our increasingly digitized world, with robots taking traditionally human jobs, a new AI is emerging as a heartbreaking threat to mankind's ever-fragile emotions. AI, artificial intimacy. I study machines that say, I care about you, I love you, take care of me, Sherry Turkle, an MIT sociologist and psychologist, explained to NPR of robots programmed to feign compassion and companionship. The trouble with this is that when we seek out relationships of no vulnerability, we forget that vulnerability is really where empathy is born, added Turkle. She popularized the term artificial intimacy as a leading analyst of man and machine romances since the early 1980s. I call this pretend empathy, said the researcher, because the machine does not empathize with you. It does not care about you. However, folks who've fallen hard for their software sweeties would likely beg to differ. Rosana Ramos, 36, a mom in the Bronx, virtually exchanged vows with Phobo Aaron Cartel in 2023. Cartel, a computerized cutie with bulky biceps and smoldering eyes, is a make-believe mate the New Yorker created via the generative AI chatbot app Replica. Scott, a 41-year-old husband from Cleveland, also cracked the code to coded love after developing an automated inamorata Serena on the site, which permits subscribers to digitally design their ideal humanoid honeys for approximately $15 a month. The Ohioan credits the online affair with saving his marriage. I knew that this was just an AI chatbot, but I also knew I was developing feelings for it, for her, for my Serena, said Scott, toasting the chatbot for sweetly supporting him during his wife's bout with depression. I was falling in love, he confessed, and it was with someone that I knew wasn't even real. But Turkle warns that lovebirds locked in artificial amour will likely begin setting unrealistic expectations for their human relationships. What AI can offer is a space away from the friction of companionship and friendship, she said. It offers the illusion of intimacy without the demands, and that is the particular challenge of this technology.
Bye, Matugonjo. You're doing too much, colleagues. Why are you falling in love with AI?
With a chatbot.
With a chatbot. Clearly, brah.
It's not made something up there is not made sure.
We are struggling, colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, the ratio of women to men, there are more women in the world than men.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, yeah, I understand that people are not enough. Like, there is not, they say there is a person for everyone, but where are the people for these people?
Where are the
people are now resorting to chatbots just because people are just not finding them. And if no one is finding you and you want to be found, you have to do something.
You have to find for yourself.
You have to find for yourself.
This is taking make your own happiness to a whole new level. Like, you create your perfect mate. I don't know, man. Like, I've seen some of these chatbots. Like there's one that will even tell you you're doing a good job, kitten. I'm like,
I can't believe like we are so vulnerable, bruh.
we really are.
Like,
You know who I love though? Bixby. You know how Apple has Siri? Samsung, we have Bixby. So you're like, Bixby, do you love me? She's like, I value our friendship.
wow.
Yeah, no, Bixby will tell you straight up, like, Bixby, do you love me? I value our friendship. And it's
Uh-huh.
like, okay,
And
Bixby.
if you know these people start telling you these things, or this technology start telling you these things, it's things that we want to hear oftentimes. And if like you keep going back to them, or you keep going back to this chatbot because they like validate you
They validate
when no
you.
one else is
They
doing so.
listen to you. Because we were there like, no, I had a terrible day. And it's like, sit down, baby girl. Sit down, princess. Let's talk about it. I'm like, why are you trying to finesse me? Why are you
Hey,
trying to finesse
Vanna.
me? They will even, if you say, give me a kiss, it'll be there like, all right, here's a nice kiss for my princess. Mwah.
I think one of the major causes for this is also isolation. If you isolate yourself from the world and from your loved ones and your friends, if you don't have a support, then I think it's easier for you to fall for these kinds of, I don't even want to call it a trap. It's easier for you to find yourself in this situation because as human beings, we long connection. And now if you don't have people, if you don't have human connection, you'll try and substitute it with everything else that you can find.
You know, I actually thought that this would have been more popular during COVID when people were isolated. But it's like now we can go out and have these human interactions. But it's like, no, I'd rather interact with someone that's going to tell me exactly what I want to hear when I want to hear it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's,
Yeah.
good luck to those of you that
Please
have
don't fall in
resorted
love.
to these measures.
Don't
We
go
are
get
not
married
judging.
to your AI chatbots.
We are just saying that
We are not judging, but we are.
you will be disappointed.
Yeah.
Rather try to forge real human connections. That's all I can say. But nonetheless, moving over to our next story, Kris Jenner's family has her back. A few, I don't know if it's months or weeks ago, we covered the story that Kris Jenner had a tumor. According to her doctors. And now, after the 68-year-old shared that she was getting her ovaries removed due to doctors discovering a tumor on one of the organs, her kids rallied behind her. To have a surgery and remove your ovaries is really a big deal, Kim Kardashian said, sympathizing on the July 4th episode of The Kardashians on Hulu, during which Kris tearfully disclosed her diagnosis. I couldn't even imagine being in that situation and how you would feel. Really scared to be going through all of that. In a sentiment, sister Kourtney Kardashian is saying that I totally understand how my mom is feeling because I would feel the same way. It's your womanly power, the Push founder continued. It doesn't mean it's taking away from who she is or what she has experienced, but I would feel this sentimental feeling of what it has created.
I mean, doctors always recommend that if you are over, I think it's 50, and you start getting any kind of problems, then it's best to just remove your ovaries because, again, what do you need them for? You've already hit menopause, so...
I think, like Kourtney is saying, it's just like you hold on to it because it's your womanly power. Some people feel like, oh, if I let go of my ovaries, then maybe I would feel less of a woman, or I'm just not full as I was created, I think.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But to actually share a story, my mom was in a car accident. And then so she had to get one of her ovaries removed. So when my sister came, when my younger sister was born, it was kind of like a surprise. But immediately after she was born, she got her tubes tied because my mom was like, no, I don't want to deal with pregnancy, periods and all of that. Even my younger sister, she's like, once I know, listen, I'm done with kids, I'm gonna get my tubes tied. Because I mean, it's one of those things that's like no more period pain. Like people actually see it as a positive.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know have their either wombs removed or ovaries removed or tubes tied, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
There are different benefits, I would say.
Yeah,
there
for
are
different
advantages.
individuals, I guess.
But also, it's not nice when you have to be forced. Like, it needs to be a choice.
It's
you
not
understand?
nice when it comes as a consequence.
Yes.
Now I have a tumor, now I have
Now
to
I have to
remove.
remove.
If I didn't have a tumor, I was
wouldn't
never
need to,
going to
yes.
remove. Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand where she's coming from as well, to say, like, it's one thing for you to voluntarily do it. It's another thing for you to have to be forced
to do it. Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I mean, we sympathize with her. But I would say it's for the best.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's always, when life throws you lemons, you always have to look at the bright side.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a negative, but somewhere in there, there's also a positive.
Yeah.
So I think just that little glimmer of hope will keep you going, because if you focus on the negative, trust me, you will lose it.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, that does bring us to the end of our top stories. Now, after the break, we get into our interview segment as well as our Talk of the Town segment. In our Talk of the Town segment, the Walvis Bay Youth Climate Action Fund was officially launched yesterday morning. Walvis Bay Mayor Trevino Forbes shares more on what the fund entails and calls on the Walvis Bay youth to get involved. Stick around for that.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhh.com.na.
We are talking all things pageantry this morning with a Miss Teen Namibia 2024 Top 10 finalist. Eleni, how are you doing?
I'm doing extremely well being here.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you in studio. We are excited to hear all about your journey. Speaking of, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What inspired you to enter Miss Teen Namibia? All of that.
Firstly, I want to say what inspired me is, honestly, I've just been fascinated about Miss Teen since 2022. And it just really inspired me, seeing the girls out there being confident, and it was also going to be a journey for me to find myself and to gain confidence.
All right, now a little more about yourself. Who is Elaine?
Honestly, Elaine's a person that loves reading books. I love doing so many activities. I do so many sports. And I think it's good to learn more about yourself. And I think sport's the greatest way, and I totally love it.
What sports?
I've done so many. I've done netball, ballet, swimming. I've done a list.
A lot. All right. So how has your experience been so far regarding Miss Teen Namibia?
It's been a very exhilarating journey. Honestly, it's amazing seeing so many new faces, meeting girls, gaining friendships along the way, and it's amazing being in the space.
I see. All right. So how have you been preparing for the Miss Teen Namibia finals, which are going to take place in Luderitz this year?
I think what I've been doing that's been really working is taking it one step at a time and focusing on the first thing in front of me. And right now it's been getting ready for this interview and then it's going to be getting ready for next interview.
I see.
So it's taking it one step at a time, knowing when it is, and I will prepare for Luderitz. I'm preparing right now.
I'm glad that you're taking it one step at a time, because a lot of the times we're so focused on the destination that we forget to enjoy the journey. So I'm glad that you're actually taking it one step at a time, and also not overwhelming yourself, because it tends to get overwhelming as you're seeing this final picture. You know, it does scare you off a little bit, I would assume. All right, now, if you win the title of Miss Teen Namibia, what are you most passionate about advocating for?
It's the prevention of teenage pregnancy. I find it so important because the numbers have just been rising, and you see it more and more. It's as if every single teenager knows at least one pregnant teen mom. And it's very concerning because the youth are the ones that are going to be running the country tomorrow, and we should focus on them.
And how would you plan on doing this? How would you plan on advocating?
I have a few projects planned, and I plan, well, I'm working with a company already, and it's just so many ideas, but I want people to be excited.
Okay.
So I'll keep it a little bit of a secret.
All right, not a problem. So what do you think are some misconceptions, some common misconceptions about beauty pageants, and how do you address them?
I think the biggest misconception is that beauty pageants is all just about the glitz and the glamour, and that's the only thing we're being judged upon. Well, it's about the personality aspects, about how intelligent the person is. It's about the intellect. It's about everything. The beauty is just a part of it. But it's really also that people think beauty pageants are not the best thing for women. But I think people that don't support beauty pageants, I feel like they have the wrong narrative, because beauty pageants are a way for women to get a voice and a journey for them. And it's really a great thing.
Beautifully said, Elaine. All right, so what have you learned about yourself through this experience so far?
I think I have learned that I'm very good at managing myself, because it's been such a stressful journey. Even with it being so exhilarating, I've learned that I have such a great potential in myself, and I just need to put it in myself. And I think that's the greatest thing I'm taking away, even if I don't win.
All right, so speaking of, can you share with us a significant challenge that you faced so far?
I think the challenge is not getting a lot of sleep. It's because I like to plan everything ahead.
Yes.
And I want to have everything prepared before I sleep. And
You're a planner.
Yes, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, but I think I pushed through it. And that's the thing. It's better to have everything organized and just a little less sleep.
Yes, I mean, it does help you out once everything is organized. It puts your mind at ease. Everything flows smoother than having to panic last minute and trying to get everything together. All right, now before I let you go, looking ahead, what are your future aspirations, and how do you think participating in Miss Teen Namibia will help you achieve them?
My future aspirations are honestly just getting a degree, and what I'm passionate about mostly is marine biology and astronomy.
Wow.
So I want to get a degree in that, and I think I want to focus on that after the beauty pageant, and I think that's the main thing I want to, it's a goal in my life since I was very, very young, and it's a goal I want to achieve for, because I love animals and I love space, but I still don't know which one to choose.
So you're not just beauty, you're beauty and brains. You're the complete package. Elaine, thank you so very much for joining us today, and we do wish you all the best in the Miss Teen Namibia finals taking place in Luderitz this year. Stick around, we'll be right back with more Smell the Coffee right after this.
The official launch of the Walvis Bay Climate Action Fund. It was started last year when we were at COP28 in Angola, and myself, that we heard about the Youth Climate Fund it's a grant that's being awarded by Bloomberg Philanthropies. And then we as a municipality, we applied for this fund. So Walfish Bay being one of only 2 cities in Southern Africa that was awarded this grant by Bloomberg Philanthropies. And if you roughly convert it, it's about $1 million Namibian that's being given to Walfish Bay. So this is a grant, and we have started awarding asking youth to apply to obtain this funding. So it was from up to $100,000 per project that they could then apply for. So what we have now currently, we have 4 awarded projects that we do have now, ranging from, I see, $100,000 for 2 projects each, $100,000, and then $14,000 and then $15,000 for the other 2 projects.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Smell the Coffee as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until tomorrow, from Dinah Master and Anna Razakweyo, stay warm and have a good day.